Hey guys, AJ here, back with another one for you. So guys, here we're gonna go back to the courtroom. And guys, some of these child support court cases, maternity court, and divorce court cases, the guy shows up just like not knowing that he's gonna get screwed. And like, I don't know how this is a thing. Like, how do guys actually think that they can reason with child support court, or that somehow they're not gonna get screwed over? So guys, here we have one of those cases. This guy honestly thinks that they're gonna, since they raised his child support court, that he can reason with the court, right? Guys, if you're in child support court, just expect to get bent over and screwed, okay? If you're in paternity court or family, that's just the way it works. So, guys, all you can do is try your best to stay out of it, okay? Stay out of paternity court, stay out of child support court, just stay out of it, right? Do the best that you can because it's stacked against men. So, guys, we're going to jump into this video. But before we do, guys, please remember to like, subscribe, drop a comment. It helps keep this channel going. I am trying to hit 3,000 subs this month, so please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit the notification bell, guys, and check the community tab for the lives. Guys, we have the dad here on the upper right, the judge here on the left, the baby mama here at the bottom left, and then the court officer who does all of the investigation. She has to find your income, all that other stuff. So guys, let's just jump into this.
This significant increase is coming into play. I believe it to be almost a $500 increase. I don't consent to this.
You don't have to.
How do we
There you go.
help me not be out of house and home to where I cannot pay anybody anything? I have a rent of $1,511.
It was set for hearing on an objection to a support review. I'll start with Ms. Evan. Ms. Evan, what's the front of the court's, or what's the status of the matter, I guess, on the objection?
Okay, the support recommendation went out with an effective date of June 1st with Mr. Guzman.
God, imagine getting this thing on the bottom left pregnant. Oh my God. Look at that, guys. Look at that, man. Dude must have been drunk or something, dude. Like, this is a 2 a.m. special at the bottom left here, guys. This is like beer goggles or something, because, dude, you are taking L after L if you're getting this thing pregnant and having to pay child support. Yikes, man.
Expense at $25 a month for a total of $859. Mr. Guzman did not provide the court with any information as to his income, so I found that income on the quarterly wage reporting for the 4 quarters last year.
All right.
So he was paying $366 for the last however many years, and now they increased it to $865 or whatever.
Court currently billing at?
This court is currently billing $366 per month.
All right. And I'll swear both of you in. Both raise your right hands. Do you both swear or affirm any testimony you give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right. And sir, you filed the objection?
Yes, I did.
All right. Why is that?
Well, I'm having a hard time understanding where this significant increase is coming into play. I believe it to be almost a $500 increase. Can somebody please explain to me where that is coming from? Because I'm looking over the formulas here and I don't quite understand it. Is it due to medical expenses or?
No. So support was reviewed. It's reviewed every 3 years. And so Ms. Evan, what income was used for Mr. Guzman back in when the previous order was run? It looks like it was back in 2019 or 2020.
So you can see in the calculations, they also factor in how many overnights that you have with the kid, right? So the more time that you spend with your kid, the less money you got to pay. But here's the thing, guys. This is kind of moot because there's a lot of cases, guys, where guys have 50-50 custody of their kids and they're still paying child support to the mom. Make that Makes sense.
Well, she's looking that up. Just so you both know, overnights with the child and income are the two major factors in child support. Okay. And you didn't submit your income, your current income, but she does have a resource online where she can find that. It's not always 100%. It wouldn't be as accurate as if you had responded to the paperwork that you got in the mail with the request for your income. So is there a good reason why you didn't return that?
That was just complete carelessness on my behalf, completely misplaced it. I would have totally followed up on it. Should have.
Knucklehead. Guys, anytime something comes from the court, you have to fill that out. You have to, guys. Like I said, I don't have any kids. I've never paid any child support, but I know a lot of guys that have gone through this, guys. And the worst thing that you can do is not respond to anything from the court.
But
Okay.
I don't have
She had to dig around online on some resources the front of the court has to find income for parties that have child support cases. And first we'll hear what she has to say about your previous income, so then we can compare it to your current income, and maybe that'll explain what the difference in the recommendation is. Because, like I said, income and overnights are the two major factors.
So the PA's office used income from Denison Automation, $12.50 an hour at 40 hours a week. That would have been $2,175 a month.
All right, and that was in 2019 or 2020?
That was in 2020, probably the end of 2019 when they ran it. Yeah, October of 19.
All right, and what income did you currently use for Mr. Guzman then?
I used quarters 1 through 4 of 2022, and that totaled $63,968.28. So I divided that by 12 for the monthly income of $5,330.69.
All right, so about 3,200 more than you were making last time support was run, sir. That's going to be a big factor in the amount of support that's recommended. And that was in 2023. Is that income accurate?
Yes, it is.
All right. And just a quick calculation I did here while she was doing that, the 366 that you were paying for the last 3 years was about 17% of your gross income. The 859 is about 16% of your gross income now. So it's pretty close, actually a little bit less of a percentage of your income. Have your overnights changed? I don't think that any overnights were used in the previous calculation. Do you have any parenting time?
Here it comes, guys. Here it comes.
I have absolutely none.
Boom,
Oh,
right
why
there.
not?
Oh, that's a long story, and I thought we were talking about support here.
Well, we are, but like I said, overnights are a big factor. So if you don't have any overnights, then it doesn't offset any support.
There you go. There you go. Guys, you always got to do your homework so you don't end up like this knucklehead right here. Right? Guys, he has no overnights. He doesn't see his kid or anything. And he's wondering why his child support is going up. Okay? Guys, this is why you don't even put yourself in this situation in the first place.
For every overnight you have, your support goes down a little bit. Used to be about 10 years ago, you didn't get a break until you hit 128 overnights. And then the bottom fell right out of the support. And they made it more equitable about 10 years ago or so that every overnight counts a little bit. So it works.
Made it more equitable so that every overnight counts a little bit. So they're basically saying, oh, we're not screwing guys a little bit. We're not screwing guys that much. A lot, but not as much anymore. That's what he's saying.
Up to that. So that's the only reason I ask about parenting time. You know, if you don't have any overnights, you don't have them. They can't put any in if you don't have them. So your increased income and the zero overnights are the two major factors in your support being set in the amount that it is or recommended.
Okay. All right. So do I have the floor? Can I speak for a moment?
Now let's see what argument that he's trying to have against this court It's like he doesn't realize how screwed he is, guys. He doesn't realize nothing that he can say is going to sway this judge's decision. He has no leeway. He has no nothing. He's doomed, guys. We're looking at a dead man walking here, right? And let's see what he tries to do.
Sure. Well, let me swear you both in. You both swear or affirm any testimony given this cause to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, go ahead, sir. What do you want to say?
All right. So right now I'm making a total monthly income of $3,100 net take home. I have a rent of $1,511. I have a truck payment of $350. All three amenities, electric, gas, water, that's equating to $320. I have a 55-mile round trip daily, to and from work. At the end of the month, that leaves me with about $620 for food, clothes, medical expenses, and anything else I need to get by in this economy. That's nothing. That's scraping bottom of the barrel. I can't even afford to keep clothes on my son's back that I have sole custody of.
So he already has another kid that he has sole custody of, right? And now he's dealing with this child support foolishness from that thing on the bottom left. And guys, he actually thinks that the judge might give a damn.
That's where I'm at right now. This extra $500, I cannot pay. I will be out of a home and out of a job in the first month, and then nobody will be getting money. Absolutely nothing. That's where I'm at. I'm sorry to say that. I mean, I can offer to do a small percentage, but I cannot afford that. I cannot. I can barely keep gas in my vehicle. I don't know how we can find a common ground here.
A common ground with the court. Okay. I told you guys, delusional. Guys, please let this be a lesson to any of you guys listening to this. Once you're in child support court, you're screwed. You are screwed. The court does not care. Because remember, guys, for every child support dollar that the states collect, the federal government will match like 66 cents on the dollar. So the states want to get child support. They want to get more of it. And then the judge, this guy on the upper left, gets a percentage of that child support.
But something has to happen because nobody can afford to live right now. And I'm not even living. I'm just surviving. Go ahead. Somebody else can take the floor.
Ma'am, anything you want to say?
No, I was just itching. I was just moving my hair. Sorry.
Oh, all right. So, sir, you said you have custody of a child. You get child support for that child?
I gained sole custody about a year and a half ago. I have received 2 separate payments in the past year. I believe one in March and one in April of $600.
And guys, more men need to start going after these women for child support. If you have custody of your kids, you better make her pay or at least get her put in jail or something. But so many guys don't go through the same channels that women do. If you have custody of your kids, you are owed child support. And this guy right here has all these financial problems and he's not going through the motions to try and get the court to collect that money. Clown world.
I don't know what the state has set in place as far as their guidelines for support on him, but those are the only payments I've received, and I haven't dug into it. I haven't called my caseworker.
Of course not.
Haven't asked for $1. Haven't tried.
Knucklehead.
All right. Well, if money's tight, or if you anticipate money being tight, having that obligation enforced might be one place to start. Do you live alone with your child, or does anybody else live there?
I have a significant other.
Okay. Does that person work?
Yes, she does.
Okay. So we don't use her income in computing your support, obviously, but if you've got a rental payment and electric, gas, and water, and things that benefit both of you, then you should both be contributing to that. So that's not solely your expense. I would assume if she lives with you that she chips in for the rent, and the expenses associated with the home, utilities. So it's not truly credible to say if your rent is 1511 that you're solely responsible for that.
He got you, dude. He got you. Guys, the court does not want to hear any stories. They don't want to hear any of that. They want their money.
Same with the electric, gas, and water. Right?
Those are my obligations.
Okay, but
Well, then you're a simp, too.
if you have another wage earner in the house, she could be contributing to those obligations.
We have plenty of them.
Well, I know.
We have three.
He knows, he just doesn't care.
Children.
And raising children 100% of the time without any time away, being solely responsible for food, clothing, shelter, and all that kind of thing for a child is pretty expensive.
Yes,
So my next question is, when did your wage increase from $12.50 an hour up to the $64,000 that you make now per year?
Oh, that started when I started my employment with Evoqua Water Technologies in 2019, March of 2019. I started off there at $17.50 an hour. So I've received $9 in raises in the last 3 years with that company. That right there alone has barely kept up with inflation.
All right.
Barely.
He's trying to argue economics now with with this judge. It's not gonna work, bro. It's not gonna work.
But your last support obligation was based on $12.50 an hour,
Oh,
not even
no.
the 17 an hour. So I don't know where that came from, but you've been paying a lesser amount of support for 3 or 4 years now than maybe what you ought to have been paying.
Okay. So what can I do, or can we find a common ground here?
There is no common ground there, buddy.
Help me not be out of house and home to where I cannot pay anybody anything?
Well, I don't think that's the case, because you've got another wage earner in the house and you've been paying a lesser amount of support for 3 or 4 years than what you should have been paying based on your income. Now, the friend of the court only looks at them every 3 years. So I don't really, I'm not really putting any credibility into your argument that you can't afford this.
Man.
You're making almost 3 times as much as you were back then. The support obligation is going up about 2.5 times, and it's a lesser percentage of your income. The expenses you've outlined, which while we don't necessarily lower support based on expenses, because you can control those. You can control your housing payment, your truck payment. Those aren't solely yours. You have another wage earner in the house that either is or should be contributing to that. So I'm going to dismiss the objection. Support would be effective.
There it is.
June 1st, 2023, in the amount recommended by friend of the court.
There you go.
Is there anything else?
I don't consent to this.
You don't have to.
I don't consent to this. I told you guys, I don't consent to this. Dude is clueless, man. He's clueless. I don't consent to this. As if the judge gives a damn. Guys, don't be this guy. Guys, I'm telling you, family court, divorce court, child support court is stacked against men. Okay? And guys, all you can do is change the laws in your mind and just don't participate in it. Don't take part in it anymore. Because all you're gonna do is get screwed over. Okay? And if you're like this guy where you actually think that the court will listen, you're just an idiot. You know what I'm saying?
An order will be entered. It'll have language at the bottom on how you can object within 21 days of receiving that recommendation. If you do object, then the matter will be set for further proceedings with the judge.
Understood.
And guys, check out court archives. They have a lot of really good courtroom content. So, all right, you guys, let me know if you've ever dealt with child support court. Let me know if you know anyone who has. Let me know if you have custody of your kids. You haven't gotten paid. Because I know a couple guys who are like that. So, all right, you guys, like, subscribe, and I'm out of here. Have a good one, guys.